Hey everyone and welcome to this session on Toppscholars. Today we are going to discuss sample paper for CBSE board grade 10. We are going to solve the entire sample paper, so watch the video till the end so that you get an idea how many questions are generally asked. We are going to solve each and every section here and each and every question of this particular sample paper. So I hope all of you are excited. Stay with me. Let's begin. Okay, so this is a sample paper for 2024-25. The first section is your section A. So let us begin with the first question of section A. Also remember, your section A consists of 20 questions, and trust me, all these 20 questions are going to be very easy because every question has 1 mark. So the first 20 questions are very important, very easy also. Do not skip these because out of your 80 marks, 20 marks are here only, right? That is a 1 marker. So let's begin. So the question says, find the number of zeros of the polynomial in the given graph. Okay, how do we find out the number of zeros? It's very simple. We see where the graph cuts the x-axis and in how many points. So observe, we have 4 options. Can you find out? So if you see this graph, 1, 2, 3. So can I say this graph cuts the x-axis at 3 points? Yes. Therefore, 3 is the correct answer. Easy, simple question. You can expect such type of question. All you need to say is the graph intersects the x-axis in how many points. If they give you a graph like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, the answer is 4. Simple. Okay. Now, the next question says 57 students went on a picnic. So, total number of students are 57. The number of girls is 7 more than the number of boys. How many girls and boys are there in the picnic? So this is given. Already it is given that the number of girls is 7 more. So definitely this option anyways will be gone because here the difference is 6. This option will be gone. Here the difference is 14. Only 2 options are left. That's how you can use your logic. But yes, we are also going to solve the question. So if you see very carefully, what we can do is we can take some variable that let the number of girls be x. Now number of girls is 7 more than boys. That means number of boys are less. So can I say the number of boys are going to be x minus 7? Correct? Boys are less, girls are more by 7. The total is how much? The total is 57. So what I'll do, I'll just add both of them. The addition is 57. So let us do that. X plus x minus 7 is equal to 57. X plus x is 2x. So 2x minus 7 is equal to 57. 7 goes to the other side. That becomes positive 7 of course. So 2x is equal to 64. So x will be equal to 32. Now once x is 32, x is what? X is the number of girls, right? Then how many boys will be there? 7 less. 7 less means 32 minus 7, that is 25. So which option is correct, children? Absolutely. Option C is the correct option, that is 32 and 25. I hope this is clear to all of you. Easy question, simple question, nothing much in this. Perfect. Okay, now let us see a question based on circles. So a tangent PA, I hope you know what is a tangent, right? A tangent PA at point P of the circle. So if I have a circle at point P, that means P is on the circle and there is a tangent. Anyways, we'll see the figure of a circle of radius 6 cm. So the radius is given 6 cm. It meets a line through the center O at a point A so that PA is equal to 8. So basically the length of the tangent PA is 8, right? Okay, I've drawn it like this. You can draw it like that as well, doesn't matter. The length of the tangent PA is how much? 8. And we are supposed to find out the length of AO, right? So PA is how much? PA is 8. What is the radius? The radius is 6. We are supposed to find out OA. Very simple question. We know that radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other, 90 degree. So can I say this is a right angle triangle? Yes, it is a right angle triangle. And once I get this is a right angle triangle, you need to write down the reason as well. Tangent at any point in the circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Correct? Okay. Apply Pythagoras theorem there. So once you apply Pythagoras theorem, you can do this orally also. Come on, you know the triplets there. So we will have AO square, right? This AO square is equal to OP square plus PA square. Put the values 6 and 8. So you get 6 square plus 8 square, 36 plus 64. that gives you 100. Square root of 100 is nothing but 10. So the value of AO is 10 centimeters. You can expect this type of question as well, where circle will be given. The relation is between the radius and the tangent. And what is the relation? The tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Perfect. Okay. Fourth question. So we are supposed to find out the 11th term of the AP series, whose first term is 5 and the common difference is 8. We are supposed to find out the 11th term. That means here we are going to use the formula for AN. And what is N? N is 11. So we are supposed to use A11, right? Supposed to find out A11 basically. And that is very simple. What is the formula to find out the nth term of the AP? The first term is 5. What is the meaning of first term? The first term is nothing but it is denoted by A. The common difference is 8. So can I say D is 8? So we have A is 5, D is 8. Once you have A and D, can I find out the 11th term? That is A11 or T11, same thing, doesn't matter. You can write down T11, you can write down A11. What is the formula to find out the nth term? A plus N minus 1 into D. So wherever there is N, you will put 11. A you already have, D you already have. So you get T11 is equal to 5 plus 11 minus 1 into 8. That gives you 5 plus 10 into 8, right? See, this becomes 10, na? So 10 into 8 is 80. 80 plus 5 is 85. 85 is the right answer, correct? Simple. So see, formula oriented question. You should know the formula, put the values, get the answer. Perfect. Okay, 4 options are given, but let us see the question. What is the question? So 2 cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube. The volume of 2 cubes, each, that means every cube has the volume of 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end. They are connected end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. This is interesting. Now firstly we have a cube. Okay, let us try to analyze the figure. The figure is not here. There are 2 cubes. So imagine this as the first cube, right, whose volume is given, and there is one more cube like this. So they are attached together. They are attached together. And it says find the surface area of this entire figure. Now can I say the resultant is a cuboid, because once you join it, you see this becomes the length, which is double. This is the breadth, this is the height. Okay, but firstly what is given? The volume is given. This is the volume. So let us find out the side. How do we find out the side? We know that the volume of the cube is given by A cube, side cube. So A cube is 64. So 4 cube is 64. So can I say the side is 4? Yes. Understand? That means this is 4. This is 4. Total is 8. This is 4 and this is 4. So one of the dimensions is double. Now it is simple. So it becomes a cuboid. So length is what? 4 plus 4, just now I mentioned in the figure, and that gives you 8. And then it is very easy, right? Because once you get the length, the breadth and the height is 4 only. Put it in the formula, that is 2 times LB plus BH plus LH. They have taken it as width and breadth is one and the same. You can take B also, you can take W also, doesn't matter. L is 8, W is 4, height is 4. Put the values. This is a basic calculation. I'm very sure you'll be able to do it. 8 4s are 32, 4 4s are 16, 8 4s are. So LB plus BH plus LH, right? So this is again 32. So 32 plus 32 is 64. 64 plus 16 is 80. This I am changing. 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 32 is 64. 64 plus 16 is 80. 80 into 2 is 160. So you get the answer as 160, and option D is the correct option. Easy, simple, perfect. Okay, now comes a new question. It says if sine A is 5 by 13, sine A is how much? 5 by 13. Find out the value of tan A. See, whenever such type of question arises, always remember these type of questions are based on identity, right? Identity. So you know sine A, all you need to do is find out cos A. So how are we going to find out cos A? By using the identity That gives us the relation between sine and cos, that is sine square a plus cos square a is 1. Correct? That is one of the ways. The second way is you can do it with the help of the triangle and its ratios. So sine a is 5 by 13. So understand, if this is 13, this is 5 and this is a. Sine is what? Opposite by hypotenuse, and then you can take the third value as x. Can I find out the adjacent side? Yes, with the help of the Pythagoras theorem, because this angle is 90 degrees. So we get 13 square is equal to x square plus 5 square. Solve it further. 13 square minus 5 square, 169 minus 25, that gives you 144. And once you take the square root of 144, you are going to get 12. Now x is 12. This x is 12. Now how do we find out tan A? Opposite by adjacent, you got the answer, right? Opposite by adjacent, 5 by 12. That's it. This is one of the ways. The other way, what I want you to do is try by this. How are you going to try? Sine square A plus cos square A is 1. Find out the value of cos, and once you get the value of cos, you know that tan is given by sine by cos. Tan is equal to sine by cos. That is also easy. Sine is already given 5 by 13. Cos you will get 12 by 13. 5 by 13 by 12 by 13. 13 13 cancel, 5 by 12. Correct? Okay. Perfect. Shall we continue further? Yes. So it is given that if the length of the tangent TP is 7.2 centimeter, you can see that second question of circle is asked in this. So if the length of the tangent TP is 7.2 centimeter, then what is the length of the tangent TQ? Okay. Now isn't this a very simple question? Because we know one property, point T lies in the exterior of the circle, P and Q lies on the circle. So can I say TP and TQ are equal? Yes, because the length of the tangent segment drawn from an external point to the circle are equal. So definitely the length of TP and TQ is going to be equal. So yeah, this is very simple. You don't have to do anything in this. The direct answer to this would be equal to 7.2. If they don't give you the options, what is the reason? If they don't give you the options, the reason will be the length of the tangent segments drawn from the external point to the circle are equal, right? Okay, so they have given the reason, perfect. Clear? Simple? Okay, let's continue. So the entire reason explanation is already given here. Equal to 7.2 is the right answer. Okay, 4 options, but let us see the question. The question says, find the roots of the quadratic equation using the factorization method. Now come on, this is one of the easiest questions that you can expect. You're doing this since grade 8, isn't it? Factorization, splitting the middle term, and the numbers are also very easy. Here we have 3, here we have 2. So I can split the middle term easily. The middle term can be split as 2 and 1, right? Okay, let us see. So this is the given quadratic, split the middle term. So splitting will be 2x plus 1x, because 2 plus 1 is 3. Now the first 2 terms you can take x common, last 2 terms you can take 1 common. So once you take x common, you get x plus 2. Then you take 1 common, you get x plus 2. So x plus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. You get 2 values of x here. One is x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 1. Correct? So check minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 or x is equal to minus 1. I am just making this as minus 2. Option C is the correct option. Clear, simple, very straightforward, very easy. Also, you make sure that these are 20 questions. Try to cover each question in 1 minute. In the first 20 minutes, your 20 questions should be done. Otherwise, it will become very difficult for you to do section B, section C and even section D, right, later. Okay. So, the following class intervals are given. Let us see the class intervals. Okay, so these class intervals, Ci is given. Let us see what is the question. Find the class mark of the class interval 36 to 42. Isn't this very simple? What is the class mark? Class mark is nothing but midpoint, right? Class mark is your, not really midpoint, midpoint comes in geometry. Mid value is a better word. Let us call it as mid value. So mid value, if you are able to do it orally, visualize it, you can do it, or else you know the formula. What is the formula? The formula is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So the 4 options are given: upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Let us see if there is a calculation here. Okay, we have the calculation. So upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, 36 plus 42 divided by 2, or 42 plus 36, the order doesn't matter. That is 78 divided by 2, 78 divided by 2 is 39. If you want to save your time, I'll tell you what you do. Take the difference. Do it orally. Take the difference. 46 minus 42 minus 36 is 42 minus 36 is 6. Make it half. Half of 6 is 3. Add 36 and 3. 39. 39 is the answer. Correct? So if they give you something like this, 84 and 98. So this looks a little bit bigger number, right? So rather than adding and then dividing, because this is MCQ, what you can do is subtract both of them. 98 minus 84 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Add 84 and 7, answer is 91. Okay. Now let's have a look at a new question. If you see, this is the third question of circles. That means circle is an important chapter when it comes to 1 marker as well. So have a look at this. PT and TQ are tangents. Okay, so we already know that PT and TQ are tangents to the circle with center O. We are supposed to find out angle PTQ. Okay, interesting question. 4 options are given. Now you already know what is the relation between the tangent and the radius. Radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other. So can I say this is 90? Yes. Can I say this is 90? Yes. Now you have 3 angles. You can apply angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 120, 300. 360 minus 300, 60. 60 is the correct answer. Let us see the explanation as well. So POQ is 120. And observe this. There is a quadrilateral where P and Q are 90 degrees because tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. Tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. Perfect. I hope you are understanding this. Since they are perpendicular, 90, 90, that will be there. And then sum of the interior angles of the quadrilateral is 360. Just add them. Put the values. 300 plus PTQ is equal to 360, and then you put it there. No need to show all this explanation because see, this is a 1 marker. So if you are able to do it quickly, you have to do it as quickly as possible. This is for your understanding, but we have to be smart enough to do that quickly. Correct? Okay. So 60 degrees is the final answer. Now let's have a look at a new question. It says the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus m is equal to 0. And the roots of the quadratic equation are x plus 3 and x plus p. These are the roots. We are supposed to find out the value of m and p. This is a question based on quadratic. Interesting question. 4 options are given. Now this is already given. The given quadratic equation is x square plus 5x plus m. Now what are the roots given? The roots given are x plus 3 and x plus p. Correct? So since these are the roots of the quadratic equation, if we multiply them, we are going to get 0. Now solve this further. So can I say this becomes x square, x into x is x square, x into p is px, 3 into x is 3x, 3 into p is 3p. Correct? So this becomes x square plus p plus 3 into x plus 3p is equal to 0. Now we are supposed to find out the value of m and p. But can we equate this with this? See, this is the coefficient of x, this is the coefficient of x. So clearly we are going to get the value of p here. How are we going to get the value of p? P plus 3 is equal to 5. Correct? So put p plus 3 is equal to 5. Get 3 there. P is equal to 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. So the value of p is 2. Once you get the value of p as 2, go back, put it over here and see this. M and 3p, they are also equal because they lie on the third term, that is c. So m is equal to 3p. So 3p is equal to m, but p is 2. So 3 into 2 is m. So m is equal to 6. Right? Simple. That's it. M is 6 and this is 2. So 2 comma 6 is the correct answer. Slightly lengthy but easy, isn't it? Okay. Let's continue. Can we find out another way of doing it? Yes, there is another way if you want to do. See, this is already a factor, right? So what you do is you take minus 3. Instead of plus 3, you take minus 3 and put it here. You get the value of m, and then you can continue it in the other manner as well. So that's your choice. Okay. Now find the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle with an acute angle whose value of tan A is 3 by 4. Now this is a simple question. Tan is given. The ratio tan is nothing but opposite by adjacent, isn't it? So if you see the options over here, there are 4 options. But before that we have 3 and 4, right? So what is tan? Tan is side opposite to angle A by side adjacent to angle A. So obviously you need a triangle, isn't it? You need a triangle. So if this is A, this is A, this is 90 degree, side opposite to angle A. So this is 3, this is 4, right? Ideally this should be 3k and 4k, because 3 by 4 is the ratio. That is not the actual length, but looking at the options we are assuming the value of k as 1. That means we are not assuming any common ratio here. So directly we can apply Pythagoras theorem to get this. So 3 square plus 4 square is equal to the hypotenuse square, and this can be ABC, doesn't matter. We looked at it from point of view of A, right? So that is 3 square plus 4 square, 9 plus 16 is 25. So hypotenuse square is 25. So hypotenuse will be equal to square root of 25, and square root of 25 is nothing but 5, correct? So 5 is the correct answer. Orally if you can do it, well and good, because 3, 4 and 5, they are Pythagorean triplets. So we already know what triplets are, right? So directly 3, 4 and 5 will be the answer. There is nothing much to think on this. The next question says, find the volume of a cuboid. Now see, such a simple question, volume of a cuboid. We already know the volume of a cuboid is given by length into width into height. So once you know length, width, height, and once you take the product of them, all you're going to get is the volume of the cuboid. So let us see the options and let us solve this very quickly. Perfect. So cuboid is given, length, width, height is given. Just multiply the 3 numbers, 5 into 3 into 8, right? So 5 3s are 15, 15 8s are 120, right? So 120, is it there in the options? Yes, 120 cubic centimeter. Sometimes what they do is, they'll give you 120 cubic centimeter, they'll give you 120 again cubic centimeter. So please be very careful and mindful while choosing your option, because you might feel, okay, I got 120, I'll immediately tick this, but no, it's volume, so cubic centimeter. Same thing, they can twist us by asking surface area, same type of options. So in surface area it will be centimeter square, it will not be centimeter cube, correct? So be mindful. Question number 14, it says find the probability of getting even number when a dice is rolled. Now do I need to explain this to you? All of you know this, right? So when a dice is rolled, what happens? A die as in when single one is there, we call it a die. So when a die is rolled, what happens is, we have the sample space as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the total number of possibilities, that is n of s, is 6. Now once you have 6 possibilities and we are talking about even number, how many even numbers are there? 2, 4, 6 are even numbers, right? So can I say if A is an event of getting even number, so in A we'll have 2, 4, 6. So what will be n of A? N of A will be 3. So what will be probability of A? The probability of A will be n of A by n of s, that is equal to 3 by 6, which is nothing but half. And probability of getting the odd number is also half, right? Perfect. Okay. The next question says, we have the options, let us see the question. Find the distance between the points. Distance between 2 points. To find out distance between 2 points, what do? We just use distance formula, right? So let's apply distance formula here. Okay, they have given it directly, but in case if you have forgotten distance formula, what we generally do is, we consider the first point as x1, y1, we consider the second point as x2, y2, and distance between 2 points is given by x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. I know you know this, but still in case if you have forgotten, This is the formula to find out distance between 2 points, under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. And that is nothing but x2 minus x1, that is 0 minus 4 the whole square, plus y2 minus y1, that is 3 minus 0 the whole square, and then you just solve this minus 4 square plus 3 square. Minus 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, positive values, nothing is going to be negative here. So under root 25 is 5 units, and option B is the correct option. Easy question, simple question. Can we do this orally? Yes, we can do that. Whenever you find 0, 0, y0, x0, directly square this, add and take the square root. 4 square plus 3 square under root. 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, under root 25 is 25. 5. 5 is the answer. Easy. Only when there is 0, otherwise you cannot do it directly. Okay. So the next question is find the model class, right? So we are supposed to find out the model class and the data is given. So where is the data? These are the options. Okay, so no worries, we should have this first. Still okay, no problem. So we are supposed to find out the model class. Model class means what? Highest frequency. Class frequency maximum. You have to see which class has the maximum frequency. So tell me which class has the maximum frequency. First of all, identify the maximum frequency here. The maximum frequency is 13. And what is the class? The class is 52 to 56. So 52 to 56 is your final answer. That's it. That is your model class. I hope you are getting this. So to find out the model class, all you need to do is check for the highest frequency. That's it. Whatever highest frequency is there, that particular class will be your model class. Easy. Okay, let's have a look at a new question now. So find the coordinates of the point which divide the line segment joining the points 4, 0 and 2, 1 in the ratio 2:3 internally. Now this can be slightly lengthy problem for a 1 marker, but yes, that's how it is. So we have to solve it because we are not going to get this orally. So firstly what we do is we consider the first point as x1, y1, second point as x2, y2, and then this as m1, m2 or m and n. So we're going to use section formula for internal division. Have they given the formula? Okay, if they have not given the formula, I'll just tell you the formula. It is given as x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m plus n. Correct? So what is m1, m2? m1 is 2, m2 is 3, right? Then 4 and 0 is x1, y1, 3 and 1 is 2 and 1 is x2, y2. You solve this further, get the values, and once you put it in the formula for x and y, correct? And then check which answer is correct. 16 by 5 and then 2 by 5 is what you get. You get option A as correct. Ideally this should have not been asked for 1 mark, but that's okay. Even if they're asking you for 1 mark, we have to solve it. So I have to solve it completely. This is the formula. Please make a note of the formula. Okay. Now this is a very simple question because you can do this orally, of course. A bag contains 5 red balls and 6 blue balls. So total balls you need to find out first. 5 red, 6 blue. 1 ball is taken out randomly. Find the probability that the ball is blue. Correct? So it's very simple. First we will find out the total number of balls, that are 11. How many blue balls are there? 6. So this is like your n of s. This is like your event A. I can call this as number of elements in the sample space. I can call this as number of elements in the event A. And then to find out the probability, we know that probability is given by n of A by n of s, that is 6 by 11. That's it. A or E, whatever you want to take. Okay, so we have options. Even if they don't give you, you can solve this and get the final answer as 6 by 11. Correct? Easy? Okay. Now comes an assertion and reasoning question. Always remember your 19th and 20th question. Out of the 20 questions, out of the 20 questions of 1 mark, 2 questions are there for assertion and reasoning, right? Okay. So the question says, in the question number 19 and 20, a statement of assertion is followed by the statement of reason. Choose the correct option. See, here there are 4 options. These options will always be fixed in the questions. This is how they'll give you the options. The question will change. So what are the options? The option is that both assertion and reasoning are true. That means whatever statement they are giving us, either both are true, and the reason that they are giving is the correct reason for the assertion. That is the first option. Option 2 is both are correct, but the reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. Assertion is true but reason is false. There is a possibility that the first statement is true, this is true, this is false, and there is a possibility that both are false. Or according to this option, it is assertion is false and reason is true. There is a possibility that the first statement is false and the second statement is true. So what do we understand from this? I'll explain it to you once again. Option A says assertion, reason, both are true, and reason is the right explanation for assertion. Second option says assertion and reason are again true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Third is assertion is true but reason is false. Fourth is assertion is false but reason is true. Okay, so we need to check that. The question says the HCF of any 2 consecutive even numbers is always 2, and the reason says every natural numbers are divisible by 2. Okay, the HCF of any 2 consecutive even natural numbers is always true, always 2. Is it true or false? Let us check. If I take 6 and 8, what is the HCF? Okay, that's 2. If I take 2 and 4, consecutive means back to back. Okay, this is also 2, the HCF is 2. If I take 24 and 26, again the HCF is 2, we know that. That means definitely the assertion is true. Even natural numbers are divisible by 2. Is it true or false? If I take even natural number 6, is it divisible by 2? Yes. If I take 8, divisible by 2? Yes. 10, divisible by 2? Yes. So this is also true. Correct? So this is also true. Correct? So even natural number are divisible by 2, and HCF of 2 consecutive even natural numbers is always 2. So obviously this is true, and again we can say that why are we getting this as true? Can I say this is true because anyways we are trying to divide the numbers here by 2 and check. So what do we conclude from this? We conclude that assertion is true, reason is true, and the reason is the right reason for the assertion, because anyways when we find out the HCF, we are finding out whether the number is divisible by 2 or not. Here we are talking about even natural numbers. Here we are talking about 2. So yes, this concept we are using for the assertion. So what is the right option for 19? That both assertion and reason they are true, and the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion A. Correct? So now we have done with section A. We are moving on to section B. Now if you see section B consists only 5 questions of 2 marks each. Here again we are not going to waste a lot of time. Within 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 15 minutes, we're going to solve this 5 questions, right? So let's begin. So the question says, find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying the prime factorization method, that is 12, 15, 21. A simple question. Firstly, let us prime factorize 12. We can divide by 2 to get 6, divide by 2, you get 3, divide by 3, you get 1. So what is the prime factorization of 12? Prime factorization of 12 is 2 square into 3. Correct? Now, let us prime factorize 15, divide by 3, divide by 5. So 3 into 5, that is you can say 3 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 1, and this is also 3 raised to 1. Then you can move on to 21. The prime factorization of 21 is 3 into 7, that is 3 raised to 1, 7 raised to 1. We are supposed to find out the HCF and LCM. So if you see, the only common factor over here is 3 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1. On the next page, 3 raised to 1. So 3 raised to 1 is common, 3 raised to 1 is nothing but 3. And once you get 3 as the common factor, you can call it as the HCF. Now to get the LCM, what you do is, you take what is common. 3 raised to 1 was common from all 3, you take it. And take all the remaining. Remaining means take 7. If you go back, take 5. Take 2 square. Everything you have to take. So 2 square, 5 and 7. Solve it. You get 420. So the LCM is 420 and the HCF is 3. Simple question. You got the HCF, you got the LCM. That is, HCF is 3, LCM is 420. Easy. Okay. Now the next question says, the HCF of 95 and 133 is expressible in the form 95m minus 133. Find the value of m. Okay. Now firstly we need the HCF, right? So let us find out the HCF. So 95 can be factorized, divided by 5, divided by 19, you get 95 is 5 into 19. Let's talk about 133. You can divide by 7, you get 19, you divide by 19, you get 1. 7 and 19, both of them are prime numbers. So 7 into 19, what is common? Can I say the common number over here is 19? That is going to give you the HCF. But this HCF can be expressed like this. So now can I say 95m minus 133 is equal to 19? See here. So 95m minus 133 is equal to 19. Take minus 133 here. So 95m is equal to 152. So m will be equal to 152 divided by 95. And if you solve this further, you are going to get 1.6. Even if you don't want to solve it and keep it in decimal, what you can do is you can keep the answer in the fraction, that is 152 by 95. So 19 5s are 95, right? 19 8s are. So you get 8 by 5. Even if you want to keep 8 by 5, you can keep 8 by 5 as your final answer. That's your choice. Correct? Perfect. Let's continue. The next question is of probability. It says, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Obviously there are 52 cards. Calculate the probability that the card will be a red card and ace card. Red card also and ace card also. Slightly tricky question. Now one card is drawn from a well shuffled pack of 52 cards. How many red cards are there? See, when I talk about red cards, can I say the red cards are heart cards and diamond cards? Heart cards are 13, diamond cards are 13. So 13 plus 13 is 26. But can I say that these 26 cards, which are red cards, also contains 2 ace cards of diamond and heart? See, there are already red cards. There are already red cards and one ace card, it contains diamond. If you have seen, it looks heart, sorry. And the other red card, it is of diamond. This is also a red card, right? So two red cards are already included in this 26. So these ace cards we are not going to take. So what are the remaining ace cards? So can I say the remaining ace cards are going to be the black ones? The remaining 2 ace cards are going to be spade and club. So these 2 will be taken in this. So 26 are already red. So these 2 we are not taking, it is already involved there. and 2 black ace cards will be taken. So can I say there are 28 cards now? I hope this question is clear. Now once you get this, it is easy. You can find out the probability. The probability is 28 by 52, that is nothing but 7 by 13. So 7 by 13 is the probability of drawing a red card and an ace card. Is it clear to all of you? Simple question. Correct? Let's continue. Okay. So the next question says, how many positive 3-digit integers have the 100th digit 7 and unit digit 3? Find the probability of selecting one such number out of all 3 digits. Okay. So first of all, let us talk about how many total 3-digit numbers are there. 3-digit integers, right? So 3-digit integers, they start from 100 and they go all the way to 999. And if you want to find out how many 3-digit numbers are there is a formula. You subtract this 999 minus 100. Whatever answer you get, that is 899, you add 1 to it. I hope this is clear. This applies for everything. If I tell you to find out how many 2-digit numbers are there. So 2-digit numbers are from 10 to 99. What you will do? You'll subtract and add 1. 99 minus 10 plus 1. That is 90. So 92 digit numbers are there. Here we are talking about 3-digit numbers. So 3-digit numbers are 900. Okay. Now let us talk about the numbers with 100th digit 7 and unit digit 3. 100th digit is 7 and unit digit is 3. So obviously 100th unit, 100 unit, 100 unit. Keep on doing it. 713, 723, 733, 743, 753, 763, 773, 783, 793. Correct? These are the only possibilities, and obviously 703 also. So total numbers are how many? So can I say if A is an event, then number of elements in event A are 10, because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is 10, this is 900. That's it. We'll get the probability now. What is the probability? 10 by 900, 1 by 90. This is your final answer. Interesting question, tricky question. What we need to do is read this carefully. Have the 100th digit as 7, unit digit 3. 100th digit 7, unit digit 3, and keep on doing it. That's it. Easy. Perfect. This is a simple question. Come on, you can do it easily. Now it is given if cot theta is 5 by 12, find all the trigonometric ratios. 2 ways of doing it. If you are comfortable doing it with identities, do it with identities. If you are not comfortable doing it with identities, you can take a triangle and do it. So already it is given that cot theta is 5 by 12, right? So if I take a triangle, cot theta is 5 by 12 and this is theta. That is theta. 5 by 12. What is cot? Cot is adjacent. So adjacent is 5 by opposite. Opposite is 12. Firstly, can I find out the hypotenuse? Yes, I can find out the hypotenuse by using Pythagoras theorem. Ideally, we should take a common multiple k here, that is 5k square, 12k square, but that's fine. We can do it directly as well. That is the right way of doing it, by the way. So 25 plus 144 is 169 and 169 square root is nothing but 13. So hypotenuse is 13. So if I write down or draw the figure again, I can look at it like this. This is theta, this is 5, this is 12 and this is 13. Now from theta's point of view, easily you can find out sine theta. Opposite by hypotenuse, 12 by 13. Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, 5 by 13. Tan is anyways reciprocal of this, directly 12 by 5. Cosec and sec. Cosec is reciprocal of sine, so 13 by 12. And sec is reciprocal of cos, it is already here 13 by 5. So cosec will be 13 by 12. Even if you do it with identities, you are going to get the same answer, that is not going to change. So you can also solve this question with the help of identities. Clear, easy, simple. Okay. So we have this question. It says, in what ratio does the point 1, 4 divide the line segment joining the point 0, 3 and B 4, 7? Now always remember, in such type of questions, what you do is generally you draw the figure. It's better if you draw the figure. How to draw it? Something like this. I'll give you an example. So this is point A, this is point B, right? A point is 0, 3. Point B is 4, 7. And there is one more point in the middle. Say for example that point is, say, point P. And this ratio, you take the ratio as M1 is to M2. And this point P is also given. What is that? 1, 4. And after that what you do is just write down what is x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So this 0 is your x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, this is x, this is y. Now you know the formula. What is the formula? See, the formula is x comma y, right? X comma y is equal to m1 x2, m1 x2. So m1 x2, that is m1 into 4 plus m2 x1, that is m2 into 0 by m1 plus m2. There also m1 into 7 plus m2 into 3 by m1 plus m2. Now you pick up any one value, like you can equate 1 with this or you can equate 4 with this. That's your choice. Whatever is simple for you, do that. I'm taking the first one because that is more simpler, right? Because I have just 1 here. So now I can say 1 is equal to 4m1 by m1 plus m2. Take m1 by m2 here, m1 plus m2 on the other side. m1 plus m2 is equal to 4m1. So m2 is equal to 4m1 minus m1, that is 3m1. So m2 is equal to 3m1. So m1 by m2 will be 1 by 3, correct? And that is the ratio, that's it, you got the answer. That is the ratio, that is 1:3. Always remember, when they are asking you the ratio, don't take m2 by m1. It's not m2 by m1, right? It's always m1 by m2. Most of the children, what they do is, they take m1 down, m2 by m1 is 3, so 3:1 is the ratio. No, first is m1, then is m2. Order matters here, right? Okay. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says, if the quadrilaterals are similar, find out the values of x, y and z. The quadrilaterals are similar. Now, what do we know about the similarity of quadrilaterals? We know that if the quadrilaterals are similar, then definitely their corresponding sides are in proportion and their corresponding angles are equal. So clearly it is given that MNPQ is similar to RSTU. Understand, MNPQ is similar to RSTU. So this S goes with N, this big angle R goes with M, right? So Z you will get it directly, isn't it? And then the other you are going to get it by the ratios. So let us see. So MN is similar to segment RS. So MN by RS, right? MN by RS is 3 by 5. In fact, no need for this. You directly come here. What will you write down? What is the reason? The actual reason is, if two figures are similar, their corresponding sides are in proportion. So their corresponding sides are in proportion, isn't it? Now you put the values. Once you put the values, that is NP by ST is equal to 3 by 5, correct? So NP, you have to check how much is NP. NP is X. ST, how much is ST? ST is 25. So NP by 25 is equal to 3 by 5. Take 25 on the other side. 5 ones are 5 fives are. So 15 you will get. So the value of X is 15. Similarly, to get the value of Y, you need TU. So you need this. TU. What is TU? TU is Y. What is QP? QP is 15 here. Put 15. So 15 by TU is equal to 3 by 5. So 15 into 5 by 3 is equal to TU. Correct. And then that gives you 25. So yes, y is 25. So the concept of similarity is what we are going to use here, and then once you know that this angle and this angle is equal, that is directly z equal to 115. No need to explain that. Okay, so what was the concept used? The concept was, if the two figures are similar, corresponding sides are in proportion. That means ratio is equal. Second, corresponding angles are equal. Angles are equal. So if they give you this angle as say 90 degrees, this will be 90. If they give you this as say 100, this will be 100, something like that. So easy. So section B is completed, and now we will move to section C, which is very important because the level of difficulty is going to increase, right? And this question has this section has 6 questions of 3 marks each. So can you say me what is the weightage? Can you tell me what is the weightage? The weightage is 18 marks, right? The weightage for this is 18 marks. So you can expect these 18 marks, the questions are going to be simple because still this is a 3 marker. So again, you should not be taking 3 to 4 minutes for per question from this. That would be more than enough for you. Okay. So let us see. The first question says, check whether following triangles are similar or not. If yes, then measure of angle M is what? So we are supposed to check whether the two triangles are similar or not. What is given? 3 sides are given. So what we will do? We'll take the ratio of the corresponding sides and check. So if we take triangle BAC and triangle LMN, so BA by LM is 4.4 by 11, that is 2 by 5. Or else you can take AC by MN, that is 3.6 by 9, that is again 2 by 5. And then finally take 4 by 10, that is 2 by 5. So can I say all the 3 ratios are equal? Yes. If the 3 ratios are equal, we can say that the two triangles are similar by side test of similarity. Once you know that the two triangles are similar, we can say that their corresponding angles are also equal. So see, can I say angle B is equal to angle L? Yes. Can I say C is equal to N? Yes. Can I say A is equal to M? Yes. So L and N, you're going to get it easily, right? So B is equal to L, so L will be 50. C will be equal to N, so this will be 70. I'm writing it here, 70. This is 50. Now what is sum of all angles of the triangle? Sum of all angles of the triangle is 180 degrees. 50 plus 70 is 120. So we have done it here. And then you can subtract 120. So we can say that angle M is equal to 60 degrees. So this is 60. So once you get this as 60, this also becomes 60, right? That's it. Easy. I hope this is clear to all of you. So finally we have found out angle M. See, we can find out the angle only if the triangles are similar. If the triangles are not similar, then it's not possible, right? Okay, so let's have a look at a new question now. It says, find out whether the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point are parallel or coincident. So we are supposed to check if the lines are parallel or coincident. The concept is very easy, isn't it? So let us consider the two lines, 4x minus 2y is equal to 18 and 2x minus 3y is equal to 15, right? So once we compare this with a1x plus b1 y plus c1, this is y, plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2 y plus c2 is equal to 0, you get the values of a1, b1 and c1. So here, firstly what you need to do is you need to take it on the other side and write down 4x minus 2y minus 18 is equal to 0, and this becomes 2x minus 3y minus 15 is equal to 0. So you get a1, b1, c1 and you get a2, b2, c2, right? So once you get a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, now all you need to do is take the ratios, that is a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. So let us do that. So once I take a1 by a2, see this is a1 by a2, that gives me 4 by 2, that is 2 by 1. Then take b1 by b2, that gives you minus 2 by minus 3. So can I say a1 by a2 is 2 by 1, b1 by b2 is 2 by 3, and a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are not equal. You don't even need to find out C1 by C2. So once you get this, you can say that the lines are intersecting, correct? So if you want to recall the condition, such type of question arises, and if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, what you will write down? You will write down intersecting. If you get A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2, you will say they are parallel. And once you have A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is further equal to C1 by C2, then you will say they are coincident. So please note these conditions, just a quick revision for you. Easy, let's continue. Okay, so the next question says, find the value of k for which the following quadratic equation has real equal roots. Real equal roots. Always remember, whenever the question says real equal roots, we are talking about the discriminant, and the discriminant should be equal to 0. That is b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. So this is the only condition that we will apply in this question. So this is there. Firstly, you compare this with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A is 4, b is minus 12, c is k. Correct? So after comparing, can I say a is 4, b is minus 12, c is k. So b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So we'll write down minus 12 square minus 4 into k is equal to 0. So that is 144 minus 16k is equal to 0. So 16k is equal to 144, right? Minus minus gets cancelled, or depends on how you shuffle it. And then k is equal to 144 divided by 16, right? That is 9. So obviously you're going to get positive answer because both of them are negative here. That's it. The value of k is 9. If they give you real unequal roots, you will write down b square minus 4ac greater than 0. And if they give you unreal roots, we'll write down b square minus 4ac less than 0. I hope this is clear. When to take greater than 0, when to take less than 0, and when to take equal to 0. Okay. The next question says, find the value of sin 30 cos 60 plus cot 30 cosec 60. So this is sin 30 cos 60 plus cot 30 cosec 60. Sin 30 is how much? Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is how much? Again 1 by 2. Cot 30 is root 3. Cosec 60 is 2 by root 3. Put the values, get the answer. This is very simple. In fact, this was asked for 3 marks. Such an easy question. Once you know all the values, the table of values for trigonometric ratios, this becomes very easy, right? So this is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 plus root 3 into 2 by root 3. So that is 1 by 4 plus root 3 gets cancelled. That is 2. So that becomes 1 plus 8 by 4. That is 9 by 4. And you get 9 by 4 as the final answer. Easy? Perfect. So let's have a look at a new question now. It says find the area of the segment ACBD. You're supposed to find out the area of the segment ACBD colored in dark blue. So we are supposed to find out the area of this particular segment. Now we already know what is the meaning of a segment of a circle, right? So segment of a circle is nothing but the area enclosed by the chord and the arc. So this area is called as segment, right? And how do we find out the area of the segment? What we do is we find out the area of the entire sector, right? We find out the area of the entire sector, and from this sector we subtract the triangle. So once we subtract the triangle from the sector, we get the remaining segment, right? So let us do that. So here we can say that area of segment ACBD is nothing but area of sector OADB, right? Area of sector OADB minus area of triangle OAB. Okay, so firstly what we will do is we'll find out area of sector OADB. What is the formula to find out area of sector? Theta by 360 multiplied by pi r square, right? What is theta? Theta is 60 because that is 30 plus 30, 60. So 60 by 360 multiplied by pi into 6 square. So 60 by 360 multiplied by 22 by 7 into 6 into 6. This becomes 1 by 6. 1 by 6 into 22 by 7 into 6 into 6. This 6 and this 6 gets cancelled. 22 into 6 is 132. So you get 132 by 7. So 132 by 7 is nothing but the area of the sector. Now what will be the area of the triangle? Area of triangle you can easily find out. Area of triangle is nothing but the entire triangle. Pink triangle is 2 times area of triangle OAC. So what will be area of triangle OAC? Half into OC into AC, right? So firstly what we can do is we can apply sine 30 to find out the opposite side, right? Sine 30 is AC by OA. Sine 30 is half. So this becomes 3, isn't it? This will become 3. So once you get the value of AC, which is 3, now you can find out the area of the triangle. So that becomes, also you need OC of course. So for OC you'll have cos 30. Cos 30 is OC by 6, which is nothing but 6 into cos 30, which is OC. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 is equal to root 3 by 6 into. So further root 3 by 2 into 6 will give you 3 root 3, right? So OC is 3 root 3. So once you got the height and you got the base, area of triangle OAC is half into base into height. Half into base into height. That is 9 root 3 by 2. Correct? So what will be the area of the entire triangle? Area of the entire triangle will be double, right? So area of the entire triangle is going to be 2 times half of 3 root 3 into 3. 2 gets cancelled, you get 9 root 3. And then it is very easy because all you need to do is subtract the area of the triangle from the area of the entire sector. So that is going to give you 132 by 7 minus 9 root 3. And that is your final answer. So I hope you have understood this question. Let's continue. So let us have a look at a new question now. It says the minute hand of a wall clock is 14 centimeter long. Minute hand of a wall clock is 14 centimeter long. Find the area of the face of the clock described by the minute hand in 30 minutes. So firstly, the angle described by a minute hand in 5 minutes is how much? 30 degrees. Why 30 degrees? Can you tell me why 30 degrees? Understand. So there is a circle. This is 12, right? So if I divide 360 by 12, how much do I get? I get 30, right? So after every 5 minutes, 30 degree angle is going to increase, no? This is 1, 2, 3. So 30 degrees will keep on increasing, correct? That is why the angle described by a minute is 30 degrees, right? So what is the length of minute hand? The length of this minute hand is already given, which is 14, and 14 will be like a radius, because see, that minute hand is continuously moving, right? So this is the radius. Now this is clear. Now it's very easy because they're talking about 30 minutes. They're talking about 30 minutes. So can I say the area swept by minute hand in 30 minutes is going to be 6 times of this, 6 times. So firstly, area means theta by 360, theta by 360 into pi into r square multiplied by 5 and 30. If I divide 30 by 5, I get 6. So multiplied by 6 because it is moving for 30 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? Just solve this. 7 ones are 7 twos are. That is the basic calculation. You can do it on your own. This will become 1 by 3. You cancel that with 6 and you get 308 centimeters square. What if they give you 40 minutes? 40 minutes. You will multiply here by 8. Correct? Because 40 divided by 5 is 8. 40 divided by 5 is 8. If they give you 20 minutes, 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay, so the next question says, show that 4 minus root 3 is an irrational number. Now see, this question is asked for 3 marks. So whenever the question based on irrationality is asked for 3 marks, You don't have to prove entire root 3 as irrational. What are you going to do? To prove this, you're going to do it directly. So we'll assume that 4 minus root 3 is a rational number. That is, we are going to do this with the help of method of contradiction only. So can I say 4 minus root 3 will be equal to a by b, correct? So if I take 4 on the other side, I get root 3 is equal to a by b minus 4. In fact, I get minus of root 3 is equal to a by b minus 4. And if I solve this further, I get a minus 4b by 4. And then I get this as a rational number. There is a slight error in this, no worries. I'll explain this to you. So you have 4 minus root 3 is equal to a by b. What we are doing is, we are taking 4 on the other side, right? So we get minus root 3 is equal to a by b minus 4. Now you take minus sign on both the sides. So you get root 3 minus of a by b plus 4, right? So that becomes 4b minus a by b, right? So that is equal to your root 3. So root 3 is 4b minus a by b. Doesn't matter because obviously, anyways this is a rational number, right? So can a rational number be equal to irrational number? No. A rational number cannot be equal to irrational number. Therefore, definitely this is contradicting the fact that 4 minus root 3 is a rational number. Therefore, it is irrational. That's it. Because see, a and b are what? A and b are integers, right? So this entire number is a rational number, and we already know that root 3 is irrational. So irrational cannot be equal to rational. Why this is happening? Because of our assumption. And what is our assumption? Our assumption is that it is a rational number. So if this is false, what is true? True is that it is irrational. Easy. So yes, this is how we have proved it as irrational. Now let's move on to section D, one of the important sections, because there are going to be 4 questions of 5 marks each in this particular section. So let us see what is the first question. So it says, in a 2-digit number, the units digit is thrice the tens digit. If 36 is added to the number, the digits interchange their place, find the number. So firstly, let's try to understand. See, 2-digit number, no? So can I say the 2-digit number is of the form like this? This is the units place, this is the tens place, correct? So in a 2-digit number, the unit digit, this is the unit digit, it is thrice the tens digit. So can I say x will be equal to 3y? So according to the first condition, x will be equal to 3y. I hope this is clear. Because this particular unit digit is 3 times the tens digit. So x is 3y. Now, what they are saying, if 36 is added to the number, the digit interchange their places. Now tell me one thing, if this number is of the form yx, can I say this is as good as 10 into y plus x, because tens place is y. So I'll write down 10y. If I have a number which is 3 digit, say for example x, y, z, what will be the format of this? It will be 100z plus 10y plus 1x, because hundreds, tens, ones. So here if you see, because it is of the form xy, this is units, this is tens, so x becomes 1x and y becomes 10y. So this is the number. Now, if 36 is added to the number, so we need to add something here. We need to add 36. Let us do that. It reverses. That means what? X becomes y, y becomes x. Correct? So can I say that if 36 is added to the number, the digits interchange their place. So 10y plus x, this was our number, and we have added 36. The digits interchange. That is, x becomes y and y becomes x here. So that becomes 10x plus y. Now it is simple, you solve that. You get a linear equation. Solve it further. So 9y plus x plus 36 is equal to 10x. So that gives you 9x minus 9y is equal to 36. So now you solve this further. So you get 10y minus y plus x plus 36 is equal to 10x plus y minus y. This is anyways going to get cancelled. And then 9y plus x plus 36 is equal to 10x. 10x minus x is 9x. So 9x minus 9y is equal to 36. You divide that by 4 if you want, or put the value of x as 3y directly to get the value of y. So the value of y you will get is 2, because 18 divided by 36 is 2. Y is 2, x is 3y. X is 3y, that is 3 into 2. So can I say x is equal to 3 into 2, that is 6. So what will be the number? The number will be 26, right? Because we assumed unit as x, tens as y. We got x as how much? 6, y as 2. So yes, the number is 26. And if you reverse it, the number will be, if you reverse it, the number will be 62. Now how do we know whether our answer is correct or not? There is a method. Just subtract. 62 minus 26. 12 minus 6 is 6. 5 minus 2 is 3. You get 36. Easy. So the new question says, places A and B are 180 km apart on a highway. Let's try to analyze the question. A and B are 120 km apart from on a highway. That means point A and point B. And the distance between them is 180, right? So one car starts from point A and another from point B at the same time. But see, if the car travels in the same direction, that means this car is going like this car is also going like this, at different speeds, they meet in 9 hours. That means after some time at point C. So the total time taken here is 9 hours and they meet there. That means definitely speed of A has to be greater than speed of B, obviously. Otherwise, if speed of B is greater, they can never meet. That is why different speed is important here. If they travel towards each other, that means if A goes like this and B comes like this, they meet in 1 hour, obviously, because they are coming towards each other. They're going to meet very early. What are the speeds of two cars? I hope this scenario you have understood, right? Okay. So let car 1 start from point A with the speed of x km per hour and car 2 starts from point B with the speed of y km per hour. So what is the first case? When they move in the same direction, right? So the distance covered by car 1 in 10 hours. See, distance is what? Speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. So can I say car 1, that is from point A to point C, car 1 will cover a distance of 10x and point B is here in the middle. Similarly, can I say distance covered by car 2 in 10 hours will be 10y, right? So this will become 10y. So here, can I say this distance minus this distance is the remaining distance over here, correct? That is 200. Let me change the values here. There is a slight mistake. This is 200, right? And this is 10. Please make this change. Okay. So further, if I divide by 10, I am going to get x minus y is equal to 20, right? Now once when they move in opposite direction, can I say this part? Opposite direction means what? This is A and this is B. They are meeting here, right? So from here to here, this is taking 1 hour. So 1 hour at a speed of x km per hour. So the distance will be 1 into x. Distance will be x. This is also 1 hour and the speed is y. So the distance will be y and the total distance is 200. So can I say x plus y is 200? So now you can solve this further. So x plus y is 20 and x minus y is 200. You add them, you get 2x is equal to 220. So x is equal to 110. If you put the value there, y is 90. So the speed of the first car, you can say, is 110 km per hour, and the speed of the second car is 90 km per hour. What are the changes, children, we are going to do here? The changes are that this we are going to make it as 200 and this we are going to make it as 10. Otherwise the question remains the same. Correct? Okay. Let's have a look at a new question. It says, find if the triangle OQP and triangle ORP are congruent or not. Find the length of PO if the radius of the circle is 3 cm. Find the length of PO. Okay. We are supposed to check whether triangle, this is a very simple question actually for 5 marks, because see, triangle OQP and ORP, we are going to check whether they are congruent or not, right? And then we are supposed to find the length of this segment PO provided the radius of the circle over here is 3 cm. Now if you see this very carefully, can I say tangent is perpendicular to the radius? That means this angle is 90, this angle is 90, correct? Radius is equal to radius, correct? And then this side PQ is equal to PR, because point P lies in the exterior of the triangle, exterior of the circle, and we know that tangent segments drawn from the exterior of the circle are equal in length. So can I say these two triangles are congruent because segment OP is equal to segment OP? You can also take it like that as the common side. Angle Q is equal to angle R, each 90 degrees, and then segment OQ is equal to OR. Okay, so what they have taken is, if you don't want to take this, that's fine. You can take this as the common side. You can take these two sides equal, right? And you can take this as 90 degree. Still, can I say from here, the two triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side test? Because see, this is the hypotenuse, this is the side, hypotenuse side test. And once the two triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side test, now can we find out the length of PO if the radius is 3 cm? This is 3 cm, this is 3 cm, and we have a triangle. We can apply trigonometry, right? Angle Q is 90 degrees, this is 60 degrees. Okay, so now what do we have? We have this triangle PQO. This is 60 degrees, this is 3. Can I find out the hypotenuse? Which trigonometric ratio are you going to use? Can I say I need to use the trigonometric ratio cos theta, because cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, correct? Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. So cos 60 is 3 by PO. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. 3 by PO. PO goes there. PO is equal to 3 into 2, that is 6. So this gives you 6. You can also find out this by applying Pythagoras theorem and then subtracting 6 square and 3 square. That's it. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says, a ladder is leaning against a building. There is a ladder leaning. Leaning means it is slant against the building. The angle formed between the ladder and the ground is 30 degrees. The length of the ladder is 22 meters. How far is the ladder from the base of the building? Let's analyze the figure. Before analyzing that figure, let me tell you, whenever they give you a building, obviously the building is straight like this, right? So if this is your building, say AB, always perpendicular to the ground, and there is a ladder like this. This ladder is leaning, right? So this ladder is leaning against the building, and this is the ground. So here you have the ground, right? Here you have the ground level. The length of the ladder is 22 meters. This is the length of the ladder, and that is 22 meters. The angle formed between the ladder and the ground, the angle is how much? 30 degrees. We are supposed to find out, suppose the ladder is say AC, we are supposed to find out how far is the ladder from the base of the building. The base of the building is B and this point is C. We are supposed to find out BC, right? This question is asked for 5 marks. Such an easy question, right? So here if you see, doesn't matter what you take PQR, you take ACB, XYZ, that doesn't really matter. The figure remains the same. We are supposed to find out this value. Let us do it straight away using trigonometry. So let AB be the ladder which is leaning against the building AC, BC is the ground, angle ACB is 90 degrees, angle ABC is 30 degrees. We are supposed to find out this. So definitely we are going to apply cos theta, right? So cos 30 is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is cos 30 is equal to BC by 22. Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 is equal to BC by 22. BC is equal to 22 into root 3 by 2. That is 11 root 3, right? But root 3 value is given 1.73. So put it there. That is 1.73 multiplied by 11. And that gives you 19.03. Children, always remember, whenever you encounter such type of questions and they tell you to find out the value, if this is given in 2 digits, definitely you have to write down your answer up to 2 decimal places. Don't round off the answer. 2 decimal places minimum is compulsory. 3 maximum you can go with, but anyways they give you 1.73. Sometimes they'll give you 1.732. You are expected to write down the answer up to 3 decimal places in that case. Correct? Okay. Let's continue further. And yes, the final concluding statement that the distance between the ladder and base of the building is 19.03 meters. Okay, so here is a new question. It says a survey regarding the height of the children of 44 children or students of a class in a school was conducted and the following data was obtained. So this was the data obtained after taking the heights of 44 individual children and then noted it down, and the height of children less than 155 centimeter. There were 5 children out of 44 whose height is less than 155. Less than 165 there are 11, less than 175 there are 21, less than 185 there are 33, less than 195 there are 40, and less than 205 centimeter obviously. That means all the children are having their height less than 205, all 44. Okay. Find the median height. So here we are supposed to find out the median. Okay. So always remember, whenever we find out the median, we need certain values, right? And I hope you remember the formula to find out the median. What is median given by? Median is given by L plus n by 2 minus Cf by F into H. This is the formula, right, to find out the median. So we need to find out n by 2. N means total frequency. Then we need to see the median class. Then L is the lower limit of the median class. F is the frequency of the median class. Cf is the preceding frequency. And then H is the class width. But for that, we need class intervals here, right? This is less than 155. So class intervals are missing. Class intervals are missing. Let us do that. So let's put this data here. So this is less than 155. How much less than 155 we don't know. That range we cannot give. So we can keep this as less than 155. Then is less than 165. That means between 155 to 165. So write down 155 to 165. Then 165 to 175. 175 to 185. 185 to 195. 195 to 205. Now the cumulative frequency, see, this is the cumulative frequency. That is already given. Cumulative frequency is already given. You need to find out the frequency. So see, already the cumulative frequency is given, correct? How do you find out the frequency? That is simple. What you need to do is write down 5 as it is, correct? Then 11 minus 5. These 5 will go. See, less than 155 is 5. So those 5 people are gone. From 155 to 165, you will have 11 minus 5, that is 6. Then between 165 to 175, you need to eliminate this 11 from this 21. 21 minus 11 is 10. 33 minus 21 is 12. 40 minus 33 is 7. And 44 minus 40 is 4. This gives you the frequency. You have the frequency. You have the cumulative frequency. You have the class intervals. Now you have everything. Now you will do n by 2. Now what you need to find out? You need to find out n by 2. So let us do that. N by 2 is 22 because 44 by 2 is 22. Now 22 is closer, right? 22 is where? Over here. The closest value to 22 is 21. So this is your median class. Correct? That is 165 to 175. And once you get the median class, so lower limit of the median class is how much? 165. So cumulative frequency, you will take the previous one. So what is the previous cumulative frequency? The previous cumulative frequency is 11. Not only that, what is the frequency that you will take? The frequency that you will take is 10. So f will be 10. If you see, f will be 10 and CF will be 11. So what we did is, we found out n by 2. That is 44 by 2. That is 22. We got the closest value as 21 here, slightly less than CF. So this becomes your median class. So this gives you L. L is 165, right? Then the cumulative frequency, CF, you take actually the previous one. That's how you solve it, preceding, and the frequency of the same class. I hope you know. I hope you have understood how to find out the values now. Once you get the values, you have to put it in the formula. Now it is simple. What you will do after getting these values, write down the formula. L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. L is 165, n by 2 is 22, CF is 11, F is 10, H is 10, because if you see 165 to 175, what is the difference? 10. 175 to 185. What is the difference? 10. So the difference is 10. So this becomes 165 plus 11 by 10 into 10. 10 gets cancelled. You get 176. So what is the median? The median is 176. That is, a child with height 176 is the middlemost value. That means equal number of children are divided this side and that side. Less than 176, greater than 176. That is the meaning of median, right? Perfect. So let's continue further. The next question says, find the mean of the following data. Now come on, this question is asked for 5 marks. Can you imagine? Find the mean of the following data, such an easy question. So to find out the mean, there are multiple ways. The class is given, right? So firstly, we'll find out the class mark. How do we find out the class mark? Class mark is nothing but the middle value, right? So you get 85, 95, 105, 115, 125. Frequency is already given. Then you find out di, right? So di is nothing but xi minus a. What is a? A is assumed mean. A is what? A is the assumed mean. So you can assume the mean as 105. So the first value, if I have one more column, actually there should have been a column of D. I'm just explaining this in short. D is what? Xi minus A. So 85 minus 105 is minus 20. 95 minus 105 is minus 10. This is 0. 115 minus 105 is 10. 125 minus 105 is 20. This is called as the column of di, that is deviation. The word is deviation. And then you find out u. How do we find out u? You find out di by a, h. Di by h. So this basically is di. This is what di, right? They have done it in one only. If you're comfortable doing it directly, you do it. Di by h. H is how much? The difference is 10. So 20, minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. Minus 1, 0, 1, 2. And that is what you have here, right? Just a short explanation. If you can do u directly, you do it. If not, find out di first, then find out u. Okay. And then you find out f into u. F into u gives you fu, right? So 10 into minus 2 minus 20, this, and here it is, right? Then you take the summation here. This is summation of fu. What is the summation? Minus 5. This is summation of f, right? That is your summation of the frequency. Now let us see the formula. So that gives you mean x bar is equal to assumed mean a, and then this is minus 5, that is fu divided by summation f multiplied by this is 10, which is h, and this is, okay, let me write down the formula for you. So please note down the formula if you want. Mean x bar is equal to a plus summation f u by summation f into h. A is how much? A is 105 plus this is how much? Fu is minus 5. So that becomes minus 5 by summation f is how much? 80 into h is how much? H is 10. So this becomes plus minus minus. That is why minus is here. Now you solve it. So the final answer that you get is 104.375. That is the value of the mean. The mean of this data is 104.375. Correct? Okay. Now we have section E. So section E consists of 3 case study based questions. These questions are 4 mark each. They are going to be lengthy. So let's try to understand. The question says, Radhika is collecting numbered rocks from a garden. She is collecting stones with numbers 2, 9, 16, 23, 30 and so on. In fact, looking at only this, you might identify that question is based on arithmetic progression, right? Because if I see the common difference, 9 minus 2 is 7, 16 minus 9 is 7, 23 minus 16 is 7 and so on. Anyways, let's see. So find the number of rocks that she collected on the 34th time. Find the number of rocks that she collected on the 34th time. Okay. What is the next question? Find if 261 numbered rock will be picked up by Radhika or not. Interesting question. Third says, if she collected 41 rocks, not if, she actually collected 41 rocks following the AP series, find the sum of all the numbers on the 41 rocks. Okay. Or there is an or question here. If sum of the numbers on the collected rocks is 665, then how many rocks did she collect? So there are so many questions in this. Let's tackle the questions one by one. See, let us tackle the first question. That is, find the number of rocks that she collected on the 34th time. Now this is the sequence given, right? So firstly, 34th time, that means can I say we are supposed to find out A34 for this particular AP. So this is the arithmetic progression given. What is A? Can I say A is 2? What is D? D is 7. So let me write down A also. So A is 2. What is the formula for AN? A plus N minus 1 into D. Put N as 34. A34 is equal to 2 plus 34 minus 1, which is 33 into 7. That is 2 plus 33 into 7. Solve this part. And that gives you 231 plus 2 is 233. First question is done. Find the number of rocks that she collected on the 34th time. So on the 34th time, she collected, the number on the rock is, on that particular rock, the number is 233. Correct? Perfect. Find if 261 numbered rock will be picked by Radhika or not. This is an important question now. See, we have 2, 9, 16, and so on, we need to check whether 261 lies in this sequence or not. This is what we are supposed to check. How do we check that? See, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, this must be A something, right? A15 or A16 or A20. That means the number over here, that should be a natural number. So if you get n as a natural number, then yes, she has picked up the rock that has the number 261. If you don't get n as a natural number, you get fraction. That is not possible because these are the number of attempts, right? First attempt, second attempt. So this is some attempt, that is a natural number. So let us do that. We're going to consider this as the nth term. So since n is a whole number, so we can say that, okay, so directly we cannot say it. We have to solve it. And how do we do that? We consider an is equal to 261. Let us see whether we are getting that whole number or not. So what we will do is, we'll put it an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is 261 is equal to a. A is what? 2 plus n minus 1. And d is how much? D is 7, right? This goes here. 259 divided by 7 is equal to n minus 1. 7 ones are 7 threes are 21. 4 9 is 49, right? So you get 39 over here. So 39 is equal to n minus 1. So you get n is equal to 40. So are you getting n as a natural number or whole number? Yes. That means when she is picking it up in the 40th attempt, this 261 numbered rock will be picked up. That is the thing. So yes, the answer is correct. Yes. Now the next question says she collected 41 rocks. So we are just supposed to find out S41. This is very simple, isn't it? Just find out S41. What is the formula for Sn? Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N is 41, a is 2, d is 7. Put the values. 41 by 2, 2 into 2, plus 41 minus 1 into 7. Solve it further. 41 by 2, 2 2s are 4. 41 minus 1 is 40, 40 into 7 is 280, 280 plus 4 is 284. So that is 41 by 2 into 284. This is 1, this is 142. 142 into 41 is 5822. So what is the sum of all the rocks that she collected? 5822. Correct? Okay. Now they say if the sum of the numbers on the collected rocks, that is Sn is given. Sn is 665. How many? Always remember, in the questions based on AP, if they say how many, that means we are supposed to find out n. Whenever they say how many, that means we are supposed to find out n. So let us do that. Firstly, Sn is given, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Sn is 665, n we don't know, 2 into a, that is 2a, d is 7. Solve it. 2 goes on the other side. 2 into 655, 1330. N as it is, 2 to the 4 plus 7 into n, 7n. 7 into 1 is 7. 4 minus 7 is minus 3. So we get 1330. Okay, you solve 1330 is equal to n into 7n minus 3. You get a quadratic equation basically. And once you get a quadratic equation, I am not solving it entirely for you. You can do this easily. If you want to do it by formula method, you do it by formula method. If you want to do it by factorization, you can do it by factorization as well. And then you get the value of n as 14. And obviously n cannot be negative. This is gone. So n is 14. How many rocks she collected? She collected 14 rocks. That is the final answer. So see, even if it is a case-based question, it was so easy. Once you know all the formulae for AP, you just have to substitute here. Easy? Okay. So yeah, since the number of terms cannot be negative, It is 14. Let's have a look at a new question now. It is given that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. We are supposed to prove that triangle PST and triangle PQR are similar. Triangle PST and triangle PQR are similar, and it is given that 1 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 4. Okay. We are also supposed to show that PT into QR, PT into QR, PT is here, QR is here, is equal to PR into ST, PR into ST. This is what we are supposed to prove. Then third is some values are given. ST is given as 5, PT is given as 7, PR is given as 14, and we are supposed to find out QR. That means this is what we are supposed to find out, QR. And then QR is given, PT is given, PR is given. We are supposed to find out ST as well. That is the basis of both the triangles. Now that looks complicated, but trust me, it is very simple. I'll tell you why. Let's focus on first part. PST and PQR. Whenever we are supposed to prove the two triangles similar, the best thing is AA test of similarity, because if you prove the two angles equal, they will be similar. Now see, what I'm doing is I'm separating the two triangles. If I separate that, PST. So can I say PST will look like this, PST, the cross one, PST. And if I separate the other one, that is PQR. PQR, right? And it is already given that angle S is equal to angle Q. That means one angle is ready-made equal for us. This is already equal, so we don't have to worry about that. So what if we try to prove this P and this P is equal? Now observe, it is already given that 1 and 2 is equal. It is given that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. And in the middle there is some part. So what if I add 5 on both the sides? So angle 1 plus angle 5 will be equal to angle 2 plus angle 5. So can I say angle 1 plus angle 5 is going to give me P, this P, and angle 2 plus angle 5 is going to give me this P, check. So that's it, we have proved it. P is equal to P, this P is equal to this P, and S is equal to Q is already given. A test of similarity. Let us see how they have given it here. So it is already given that 3 is equal to 4 and PQR is equal to PST. So that is already given. Also, see, they have added 5 on both the sides. So 1 plus 5 is equal to, this is 2. This is not 1. 2 plus 5, right? So we'll have QPR, this entire angle QPR will be equal to SPT, this angle. That's it. So we know that in a triangle, corresponding angles are equal, then the corresponding sides are in the same ratio and hence they are similar. So yes, two triangles are similar, and once you have the two triangles similar, now we are supposed to show that PT into QR is equal to PR into ST. Now since the two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are in proportion. So can I say PS by PQ is equal to ST by QR is equal to PT by PR, correct? Just take the ratios, cross multiply, and you get PT into QR is equal to PR into ST. Very simple and straightforward, nothing much in this. We have taken QR by ST is equal to first and third PR, first and third PT, that's it, cross multiply. And PQ by PS is not needed because it is not there. So you don't take it, that's fine. Now some values are given. ST is 5, PT is 7, PR is 14. We are supposed to find out QR. So since the two triangles are similar, can I say QR by ST? See, QR by ST is equal to PR by PT. Now see the values. PR 14, PT 7, ST 5. Can I find out QR? Yes. Put the values. Cross multiply. 14 5s are 70. 70 divided by 7 is 10. So QR is 10. Correct. Now again, same thing. Two triangles are similar. QR is given. This QR is given. That means you need HT along with it. Then PT is given, PT first and third, and PR. So again take the ratios accordingly. QR by HT is equal to PR by PT. Put the values, cross multiply 12 into 3 by 4. 4 3s are 12, 3 into 3 is 9. So HT is 9. Correct. So we got the value of HT as 9, right? Okay. Now let's have a look at a new question. It says in the figure the radius is 6 centimeter. Okay. The radius is 6 centimeter. Height of the cylinder they are saying is 10 centimeter. This is 10. This is 10. The slant height of the cone is 10. Slant height of the cone is 10. We are supposed to find out the total surface area of the figure. Okay. How much the volume is in the figure. Then third is, if the radius and the slant height is half, what is the change in the volume? So please note that when the radius of the cone is changed, the cylinder's radius also changes. Obviously, along with the radius of the cylinder, the cone's radius is also going to change. Second thing is, if the radius and slant height is doubled, what is the change in volume? That is the ratio of the change in volume. So again, if the radius and slant height is doubled, so if the radius of the cone is changed, cylinder's radius is also going to change. If you make the radius double, that is 12, cylinder's radius is also going to be 12. Okay. So let's find out the total surface area of the figure. Whenever they tell you to find out the total surface area of such figure, which is a combination of solids, this is what? This is combination, right? Combination of cylinder plus cone. So whenever you get such a combination, always remember, you are supposed to find out the curved surface area for both and then add them. So find out the curved surface area of both, add them, and then write down or find out the area of the base. This is one of the ways of doing it. What is the second way? You find out the total surface area of this. You find out the total surface area of this. Circle is inside. Find out the total surface area of this. Find out the total surface area of this. Circle is inside. Subtract circle 2 times. One from the cone, one from the cylinder. That's it. So here, firstly, the total surface area of the cylinder is given by 2 pi r h plus r. The total surface area of cone is given by pi r l plus r. So, height of the cone we don't know. So let the height of the cone be x, right? But this is a right circular cylinder and a right circular cone. So if this is 6 and this is 10, can I find out the height? Yes, we can find out the height with the help of the Pythagoras theorem. So that gives you 8. 10 square is 100, 6 square is 36, 100 minus 36 is 8. Now once you find out the height, now we can easily find out the total surface area of the whole figure. That is total surface area of cylinder plus total surface area of cone. And then this circle comes 2 times, just subtract that. Perfect. Let us do that. So total surface area of cylinder, 2 pi r h plus r. Then this is pi r r plus l. And this is minus 2 pi r square. Put the values. So 12 pi into 16, 6 pi into 16 minus 72 pi. Keep on solving this further. You get 216 pi centimeter square. Correct? So what is the area? The total surface area is 216 pi centimeter square. I repeat again, find out the total surface area of cone, find out the total surface area of cylinder, but circle is inside because we are finding out the total surface area that it covers the outer part. So inner circle is of no use. Subtract it 2 times. How much is the volume? Volume is what? Volume is simple. This volume plus this volume. Volume of cone plus volume of cylinder. So let us do that. So we get pi r square h, that is the volume of cylinder. Then volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. We could have done it easily. Pi r square h plus 1 by 3 pi r square h. Then take pi r square h common and then 1 by 3 plus 1. But that's fine. Even if you solve it separately, you'll get the same answer. So 360 plus 120, and that is going to give you 480 pi centimeter cube. That is the volume of the entire figure. Correct? Now, if the radius and the slant height is halved, what is the change in volume? Change in volume is always the ratio. Always remember, it is the ratio. Correct? What is the change in volume? The change in volume is the ratio of the new volume to the original volume. Original volume we already have, if you remember. Now the radius and the slant height is halved. Understand? So slant height becomes 5, radius becomes 3. So can I say this height will also change? This was 10, it became 5. This was 6, it became 3. Now this height will become 4. Correct? Now volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder will be pi r square h. Again, r will be what? 3. See, for cylinder r will be 3. H will not change, height will be the same. Correct? Volume of the cone will be what? 1 by 3 pi r square h. Solve it. So 90 plus 12 is 92 pi. Now you can easily find out the total volume. That is volume of cylinder plus volume of cone. That is 90 pi plus 12 pi. And that is 102 pi centimeter cube. So once you get this, see, whenever they say change in volume, ideally you should take the ratio. So just that take the ratio of 102 pi by 216 pi. That is the final answer. Similarly, they're asking, the next question was when radius and slant height is doubled. This is done. Now the question is doubled. So if the height is doubled, it becomes 16 because the height was 8. Now it is 16. So the volume is of the cylinder is fourth question है ये, third नहीं है. मैसेज टू द एडिटर ये वाला है ना, ये वाला उठा के सेकंड हो गया, थर्ड हो चुका है. हाँ, इसमें फोर्थ डाल दो, फोर्थ वो वाला. Now third is done. The fourth one is what happens when the radius and slant height is doubled. So the radius is doubled. Radius was how much? If you recall, the radius was 6, but now it is doubled, that is 12. Slant height was 10. Now it is doubled, that becomes 20. So this becomes 20 and this becomes 12. So can I find out this? Yes. The height will become 16. Now find out the volume of cylinder. The volume of cylinder with radius as 12, height as 10 is this. The volume of cone will be this. Just use the formula. Add both of them to get the new volume. That's it. So the new volume is how much? 2208 pi centimeter cube. This is the new volume. The question is what is the change in volume? So again, ideally you should take the ratio of this volume to the original volume, that is 216 pi. Get pi cancel, divide by factors, whatever ratio you get, that is the change in volume. See, when I say what is the change in me, or what is the change in two quantities, we are trying to get the relation that one quantity is double of other or one quantity is thrice of other. That completely depends. That is how you reflect change, right? So I hope you enjoyed solving this sample paper with me. This gives you a good idea of what kind of questions can be asked, and also time management is very important. We are going to come up with new videos as well. Until then, keep learning with Top Scholars. Thank you so much and subscribe the channel.